Hi, I'm Eric Swartz.
And I'm Todd Kimberlain.
We're the district's meteorologists. Not all meteorologists work on TV or even want to work on TV. Some people have asked me what motivated me to be a meteorologist, and I think it all started from my interest in the powerful nature of hurricanes and tornadoes. Then again, maybe it really started when I was a kid and I would watch TV forecasts of heavy snow to see if school would be canceled the next day.
I think my motivation came from watching the nightly news and seeing swirling masses of clouds and satellite pictures during the weathercast. I remember wondering how this whole thing we call the atmosphere works. My fascination quickly shifted to hurricanes, probably because I live in South Florida, and soon that's all I talked about.
Staff often ask us, will it rain tomorrow? And I've made the mistake of just saying yes sometimes, because even if it does rain, but only for an hour or so, people come back to me the next day and say that I blew the forecast. I've learned to be as precise as possible about timing and location when I give a forecast.
Although it typically rains somewhere in the district during the wet season each day, it only rains 14 to 18 days per month in any given location.
And the rains are usually clumped together, creating dry and wet spells throughout the summer. This creates an interesting forecast challenge for us as we try to determine where the rain will occur and how much will fall.
So we're heavily dependent on the rain that falls directly over the area, since it's the primary source of the surface water that the district manages.
Do you wonder how we forecast at the district? We don't issue a forecast calling for a 30% chance of rain like you hear on TV or the radio. A former water manager used to joke, what would I do with a 30% forecast? Open the gate 30%? District meteorologists instead issue a specialized type of forecast called a quantitative precipitation forecast, or QPF. This type of forecast quantifies how much rain will fall and specifies where it's most likely to fall. So if our forecast calls for 1 inch of rain over a 1,000 square mile area, this represents a volume of water, and our water managers can use this volume to calculate whether or not they need to lower or adjust district canals to make room for rain and stormwater runoff.
Monitoring rainfall as it falls over the district is just as important as forecasting future rainfall. A well-maintained rain gauge does an excellent job of telling us exactly how much rain fell over that 8-inch cylinder. But because of the spatial variability of rainfall, the rain gauge doesn't always tell us how much rain fell a few miles away. That's where radar data come into play. Radar data are there to help fill in the gaps and generally do a good job of showing the overall spatial distribution of rain.
However, radar data cannot tell you the exact amount of rainfall received in any specific location. But by combining these two sources of data, rain gauges and radar, we produce data that are less wrong than either of the two sources used alone. The product of rain gauge data and radar data has been given the nickname of RAINDAR. What makes up RAINDAR? Near real-time data from about 180 district rain gauges and also National Weather Service radar data. And these are combined to produce 15-minute estimates of rainfall across our entire district. These estimates are posted on our website within about 30 minutes of the valid time, and they're updated every 15 minutes. We also post the actual rain gauge data used in these estimates.
You may be curious to know how we forecast tropical storms and hurricanes. We analyze the track and intensity guidance from the National Hurricane Center and closely follow their official forecasts. We then generate QPFs based on the NHC forecast and quantify how much rain we expect to fall in association with a storm. These forecasts extend out to 7 days and are available in textual and graphical formats. The strength of a tropical cyclone is not necessarily a good indicator of how much rain it will produce. The biggest factors for total rainfall are the forward speed of the storm and the overall size of the storm. As we know, a stalled tropical storm, even weak ones, over the same area produce the heaviest rainfall.
Computer model guidance is an important part of the rainfall forecasting that we do daily. And because of continued advances in the field of numerical weather prediction, our forecasts have increased in skill.
Modeling systems take advantage of these limitations by producing what are called ensemble forecasts. Ensemble forecasts are created by running a model with different initial conditions, and the result is up to 50 different solutions of how the atmosphere might evolve. An average of these solutions, or an ensemble mean, is often better than any single solution, and the distribution of all solutions can help us frame the forecast problem probabilistically. We make use of ensemble forecasts on a daily basis when preparing our forecast products.
All of our forecast products are available on the district's internal and external websites. We also post weather products from the National Hurricane Center that help users visualize hurricane forecasts when tropical storm or hurricane force winds are expected. Remember, the National Hurricane Center is responsible for issuing hurricane forecasts as well as hurricane and tropical storm warnings. We hope this short video helps you better understand what we do.